There was a time when footballers traditionally went into the pub game. Kenny Burns, the Blacksmith Arms, Peter Lorimer, the Commercial, and Byron Stevenson, sadly no longer with us, the Golden Lion. A Leeds player from the doom and gloom era of the 80s, Steve Balcombe, played just 2 games for the club, scoring on both occasions. But he had the determination at being a success when retirement finally came knocking.
All during my schoolboy days, I loved my football, and I was playing at the highest level. Obviously the pinnacle was coming to Leeds United. It was a team that I had always supported. And again at Leeds, I was taken down as a substitute at Southampton. When we beat them 2-1, that's when Alan Curtis scored that lovely goal. And then I got on the Welsh under-18s and under-21s, under-23 squad. And then of course culminating in scoring my debut for Leeds United. I thought, I'm here. The rest of my life is sorted. I'm going to be a footballer. But within, obviously, a few months, everything changed. And that was a difficult thing. One minute you're on such a high, playing professional football in the then First Division. Then you're looking for a job and you're not really employable. The apprenticeship that you've done is only apprenticeship for football, and it's not, you're not going to get a job as an electrician just because you can play football. I had to earn some money, so I got involved in a pub in Skerries in County Dublin, where I'm from, and it was a trade I just took to immediately. I absolutely loved it. And then one day came home from work and my father was shouting me down the drive. He said, "Dave Harvey's on the phone for you." Dave Harvey, yeah, Leeds United. So I picked up the phone. "Hello, David." He said, "Now then, China," he said, "I'm manager of Whitby Town. I'm looking for a striker. What are you doing?" Well, I was in a bit of a rut where I was. So he did say to me, "I'm going to pay you £1,000 signing on and I'm going to give you £40 a week." I said, "Well, I can't live on that." So he said, "No, but I know this lovely pub restaurant and they're looking for somebody like you with your banter and a bit of crack to come and move in and be their full-time bar cellarman." Well, that was like a JCB arm coming and picking me up out of my circumstances and putting me somewhere again where I really, really wanted to be. And I must thank him for that, because he really turned my life around at that stage. That was in 1985. And I came over and moved into the 3 Cups of Stamford Bridge. I fell in love with the industry. And like as a child, I always wanted to be a footballer. I had tunnel vision. I got that tunnel vision back because I realised then that my next goal in life was I wanted to be a publican with my own pub. And that kept me on the straight and narrow for quite some time. Myself and a lady called Patricia, who had a vast amount of experience in the industry, and myself, we took our first pub together, the Duke of Wellington in East Keswick, and that was in 1987 to 92. 5 tremendous years there. And then after that, we both took the Crown in at Great Ousburn, which is not a stone's throw away from here, and we had formidable 10 years there. And then 10 years ago, my dream came true. I bought this place and this is mine, and we've never looked back since. I get by in my little quiet way. I mean, I do have the not the title, but I have scored in every game I played for Leeds United as a striker, so that is one record. It only falls apart when somebody asks, "Well, how many games did you play?" So it's an unenviable title to have. But I was just so pleased. I got 90 minutes and fulfilled a lifetime's dream, really. And I can talk about that all day long.
That's the orders, ladies and gents. Thank you.
What is the secret to losing weight? The easy way is to become a professional footballer. When Andy Couzens' football career ended at just 25, he found the perfect job, and for some, life really is a treadmill.
I was at Blackpool. I got released from Blackpool because Blackpool had gone down. So we literally, everybody who was out of contract got released. I was still injured at this point. We then went on trial to Hartlepool and a few other places through kind of pre-season going into the season starting. And I was at Hartlepool for a full month, and everything was going really well. The manager really wanted to do something, asking my agent to get in touch. And as I say, unfortunately, they actually bought one of my mates, who's ex-Leeds player, Mark Tinkler, on the Monday from Southend, and that was Hartlepool out of the window. So I'd been for a month somewhere else. So then I started going on loan. I went to Brentford, I went to a few other places, and the season just kind of kept on going and kept on going. And you know, you come to Christmas and it's like, what am I going to do? You start looking. At this point, I'd signed on, so on the dole, because you know I didn't have any money coming in, and I still had a house to keep running and other things as much as possible. And the decision was really taken out of my hands more than anything, I think. I had an idea that I wanted to run a bar, and I wanted to put a restaurant in there, and I'd done a few kind of sketches and a few other bits in there. And I think realised how much that was going to cost and where it was going to be. Now I do think that would have worked, but and certainly in the local village where we were, it would have worked. But I then got a perspective through about personal training, and I looked at it. I had a good think. I spoke to a few people. I spoke to Ray Wallace, who was actually doing it in Liverpool at the time, and I just decided at that point, right, I'm going to do that. I'm going to sign myself up for it. The PFA do help you out on that side of it, which is great. I did it in Leeds, so I moved back from Preston, where I was living, back into a house which I had in Leeds, and literally started the course on the 4th of July, and that was my cut-off. I said, right, if I've not got a club by the 4th of July, which is a full year out of football, generally pre-season, that's me finished from football. And ironically, on that first morning, my phone was non-stop, and I got a phone call from Halifax, and I got a phone call from another team which I can't actually remember off the top of my head, but basically the two teams had rung and said, look, we want you to come and play for us this year. I've been out of the game for a year, and I was like, it's a good proposition, but I've already started a new kind of chapter in my life, and that's, you know, I'm going to finish this. It was a 3-month thing. I've got to finish it. I've got to do it, get out of the way, and then let's see where it goes from there, which is what my decision was. And then very luckily I got a job up at Hollins Hall where I am now, and you know, I started off as a personal trainer, and it's just kind of evolved from there, really. You know, you've got your debut, you've got your first goal for the first team, which obviously are up there, but this game was, you know, Man United had such a good team. We had 30 just short of 30,000 at Old Trafford, and we beat them there. And then when we came to Ellen Road, the old trusty Leeds fans came out again, and as if to say we're not getting beat by the Man United fans, and we had 34,000 at Ellen Road. The kick-off was, you know, delayed by 15 minutes and stuff. It was just madness, to say the least. And the best thing, you know, one of the best things about it was, I think we did two laps of honours as well, but every one of the first team was there. It wasn't the best year for Leeds' history in the first team. It was the year when we really didn't win hardly any games. I think we won one game away from home that year.
I kind of sensed it coming to an end. You know, I'd had a lot of injuries in my career, going along the 15 years I've played, 16 years I've played. And it kind of, the recovery time, I think it's more the recovery time after games which gets you a little bit. And also coming into the semi-pro game when kind of injuries start affecting your day-to-day life, which obviously with me is going into the college and tutoring and also coaching as well. When you're picking up injuries, you can't recover quickly like you used to, and when they start to affect your day job, then I kind of sensed it was time maybe to hang the boots up and concentrate on the coaching now, which I really enjoy.